welcome to my channel Abhisikta, and you can see me here in this railway station. So I'm starting my travel diary second part today, and you will soon be knowing where I'm aiming to. I won't disclose it so soon, but this is Jharsuguda railway station. I'm here, and you can see behind me, due to COVID restrictions, there is very less traffic and less number of trains running right now. Well, we'll soon be landing in Howrah by tomorrow morning, and then the onwards journey to the heaven of India. So stay tuned to the end of the video and watch. So here you can see the beautiful view of the Ganges early morning at 5:30 p.m. We are heading right now to Kolkata station, which is also called Chitpur station there. It was about a 6-kilometer ride in Uber, and it costed me some 135 rupees. So guys, be aware, because the taxi service there may try to loot you. So you see, this is the beautiful station. Here the train will leave at 9 a.m. So till then I'll have to wait somewhere. And this is the waiting room. I decided to wait. This costed me 30 rupees for 1 hour. They had... So guys, right now I'm here in the Kolkata station, and my train is ready to start. You can see my train behind me. I am moving to New Jalpaiguri right now, from where we will be going to Darjeeling. These are some views while I was traveling to New Jalpaiguri railway station. This is River Ganges with this mighty river basin. And then some outskirt view and the extensive rice cultivation in West Bengal. Being an agriculturist, this is an awesome view. And then after reaching to New Jalpaiguri, the package which I had booked, they sent me the car, and this is Darjeeling. I was heading to Darjeeling in night. You see the lovely roads. It was awesome to travel at night, but I would suggest not to, because you are new to the location. So, well, then it was safe and it was quite exciting too. And this is the lovely morning in Darjeeling. I shall be visiting 5 spots that day, and this is the Rink Mall over there. So you see the hilly roads, and then my vehicle arrived, and we were heading first to PM Zoological Park. This is some of the road view, and this is the park. I had to pay about 60 rupees entry fee. And this park actually has animals who reside in the mountains. You won't find these animals in the valleys down. These animals are specialized for their fur, for their body structure, and the fat they have to survive in the extreme cold. So you see the body structure of these animals here. This was some kind of deer over there, which you can see is quite different of what the conventional deer actually look like in our areas, or the way you could have seen in your books too. This is Himalayan tahr. You can see everywhere there were tags about what the animal was. I thought this animal was a statue, but this was the original animal. So this was lovely to look at it, and the way it was standing. Miss Me Takin. The names are quite odd, but then these animals were fascinating enough. More or less they look same, because I think most of them they reside in the mountains. So you can see this was one of the layout map of the zoological park. And this is the beautiful view of the snow leopard. I don't know why have they kept the snow leopard here in the dry place. It actually should be kept in the snow, but then it was taking a sun bath. So nice to view also. See how beautifully it was taking a sun bath. You will feel as if it was dead, but then it was enjoying its life. And the best part I loved here is the number of patients over here. These pheasants were quite fascinating to look at. They were enormous and they were beautiful. They were unique, in fact. You will feel that they're a mixture of peacock and hen. So neither peacock, neither peahen, but something in between. But then that was quite good to look at, and the number of parrots they had, and the way they were shrilling, squeaking. So it was really nice to look at these animals here. See, somewhere I was sitting over there also. And this beautiful parrot. I just loved this parrot. It was so large and so cute. And the best thing you will see here is this Bengal tiger. This was quite mighty to look, and once you view it, you will understand why India is so much well known for Bengal tigers. There was something really nice and different to see. This was not what I had expected to see. I mean, this was not what a conventional tiger in my books back there in LKG or UKGs actually looked like. But then that was good. And this is Bhalu, the bear, which actually was sleeping like nothing is so wrong in this world. I mean, like it was sleeping like it had no time. People were shouting, shrilling, but then it was asleep. It was just breathing and then sleep. And this is something unique you will see here, which is the cute red pandas. They were really cute. I loved them. You see, there were a few roaming here too, and just look at the face. It was so cute. And they were unique. You will not find this. I haven't seen here this red pandas in Odisha or in West Bengal also. But they were cute. Probably they love residing in the mountains only. And then some more parrots, peacocks, and I don't know what, they were hybrids or something. These species are in between of peacock and hen and parrot, all of mixture of it, with beautiful long tails. So that's what made them unique. And these are the things most of us would love to see in the zoo. Snakes, live snakes, just apart glass pane. So they weren't much moving, but the zoo had all of that vipers, and yeah, this is the Russell viper. So all the poisonous snake, the venomous one. Many more were there, around 5 to 6 species of snakes were there. The lovely python, you see the way it was sleeping. I just loved the scales in its body. That was really good, really fascinating. Kids were coming and then shouting at it. You see the way it has curled around itself, and then you will just see the way it responded to me. Wow. the lovely Fang. Quite dangerous. And then a pity to see these enormous animals caged somewhere. But yeah, these actually was a training, mountaineering institute also. They were actually breeding animals too. And this is our ancestors, the langur. Some more different kind of small carnivores these were. Most of them were sleeping. Hey guys, this is the end of my journey here. You can see I have uploaded all that I could while roaming about, and this was such a beautiful place, well maintained with low number of animals. So we are going to the next. Here started my journey in the ropeway. This costed me 100 rupees per person. And you see the beautiful Darjeeling. They will take you through one side of Darjeeling to the other, I guess. And then you can see the valley below you. Most of the valley was filled with tea garden, which was actually being cultivated, or some of the patches were already harvested. You see, there was a statue and it was too far to be viewed. This view in the image is not as it is not looking as fascinating as it actually was looking. The ropeway was quite slow, so that you can take lots of photos and videos. It was just a overlooking ride, so that you can see most of the Darjeeling below you, right below you in fact. And then this ropeway will take you back to the main place. See, one couple was sitting over there. I waved them. So this park was actually a part of some ecotourism program, but this was underdeveloped, so not much tourists could be found. And then I came to this side of the park, the last end, and I loved this. This was some river flowing in the rocky lanes with a huge bridge on top of it. And then I just climbed down into the waters through a bridge, a small bamboo bridge, and then some awesome photographs, the same slow-mo conventional videos, dipping legs inside the water. And then I had a lovely time over here because the water was soothing, calm, and it was so good to sit beside it for some time. This was quite a lovely place, and I could see some party thingies over there lying. So yeah, people come here for parties too. And this place, it has some boarding facilities, but it was closed due to Corona probably. And then I found this dog. It wanted to eat something, but I had nothing. And now this is the Tenzing Rock for some adventure. I was actually hungry here, so I decided to have some aloo chops. This auntie was quickly frying them, and she was serving 4 for ₹10. It was just unique, so I just wanted to ask her the recipe in her own words. This chutney was awesome, really. So, this is the recipe in our words.
और ये इसमें हाँ, ये इसमें क्या है, मैदा और अच्छा, तो ये एक नया स्टाइल का चीज़ है। चलिए, बहुत अच्छा टेस्टी था आपका। चलिए, और ये अचार किसने बना हुआ है? बहुत ही टेस्टी लगा। थैंक यू।
And then I tried some climbing. This also took me 100 rupees per person. I was a bit afraid. Not a good climber. Actually, I slipped down at first, so I got a bit afraid, scared of it. But then this rock was around 15 feet. You will get some kick, obviously, while climbing and then climbing back. This was easy, but then, yeah, adventurous too. The height of the rock was around 15-16 feet. Not much, but scary enough and good enough too.
You can see behind me, this is tea garden or tea garden, and this is the sunset. और यहाँ पे they allow you wearing and taking pics with traditional dresses, which cost will be 100 rupees per person. So the valley behind me, which is extremely beautiful. And these are some snaps that I had taken in my first and second day of travel. You can see some beautiful shots.
So guys, this is the end to day 1 and 2. We will soon see what I did in day 3. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share it soon. Thank you.